Diamond made the beat and I'm gon' kill it.
I got years in this shit. Boy.
Tally Rad, you always stay lit.
Hey, I've been out here in the streets all day. I used to get it in them hoes.
7Majis, man, tapping in with 89 man. Yes, sir. New York, man, G-Real from the bottom, man. From the KMOJ, man. Shout out to the original dollar.
I've been out here in the streets all day. I used to get it in them hallways. I'm so glad I got my money up. I'm so glad I got my money up.
Tonight is one of them special nights where we got a guest in the building. We got the one and only 7Majis in the building. What's up, brother?
What's going on, man?
Chillin'. How you feeling?
I'm all right, man. Can't call it.
That's what's up. So you in the building, man. You sent me some music a couple weeks ago. We played it last weekend about 3-4 times, man. And yeah, I'm really enjoying the music, man. So I'm glad that you're here tonight, man. I appreciate you coming out. Thank you very much.
Appreciate that too, brother.
All right, so let's get straight into it, man. What's up with the music, man? How long you been doing this?
Been doing music, man, since I was around the age of 10. Been into it for a little minute. Just trying to perfect my craft, that's it.
Okay, so music is in you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Hey, shout out to your hoodie on right now. He got the Martin hoodie on, the Martin Lawrence hoodie.
Yes, sir.
And you know Martin Lawrence is my inspiration for radio. Y'all know Martin was a radio DJ
one
on
of
the
the
show.
originals almost,
you
huh?
know what I'm saying? So I got to give him a shout out for the Martin hoodie one time. All right, so let the people know where to find you at online, man, so they can get to find you.
Hey, man, y'all can find me on YouTube, 7Majis or Pharaoh Uzumaki. You can find me on Instagram at 7Majis. You can find me on Facebook at Maji Not Raji, R-A-J-I. And you can find me on TikTok at 7Majis too. I'm on every platform streaming.
Okay, 7Majis. And he not Somalian. I thought you was a Somalian when I seen the name. It was Maji.
Oh, man.
I'm like, is he Arab? Is this an Arabian? I thought I had my first Arabian rapper, and turned out he's just a brother.
I'm from Iraq, man.
Okay, Chi-Town. That's where you from, Chicago?
I'm from Iraq.
Okay.
You know?
Shout out to Chi-Town. Where you from in Chicago?
Man, I'm from the low end, 53rd of Justine, 56 and Honorary.
Okay.
That's in the hood.
Okay, Chi-Town in the building. How long you been in the Twin Cities?
I've been here for about 12 years. Originally born in Minnesota, but
but you grew up there.
Yeah.
You know, Chicago, like Minneapolis is like the super suburb of Chicago. You know what I'm saying? It just take a little longer to get here, but eventually everybody from there finds their way here, and everybody from here finds their way there. So. Yeah, shout out to Chicago one time. We just found out that you from Chicago / St. Paul / Minneapolis. Where you staying right now? You stay in the cities or the suburbs? Where you stay?
I'm in the suburbs with it right now.
Okay.
Sucker free, man.
Okay. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that, man. We all done been out there before, man.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's get into this music, man. You sent me a couple of joints. Are these off an album that you're working with, or are these just some singles that you're working on?
A couple single releases that I've been pushing out, man. Just trying to get to know the craft that I'm working with.
Okay, so have you dropped any albums yet?
Nah, I'm working though.
You working on it?
Working on the album. It's coming soon.
So you just getting some singles, trying to get a feel for it and stuff?
Yeah.
The first 3 songs that you sent me kind of dope, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. You got a nice little style and a nice little flow. Where you get your flow from? Like you say, you just working it out in the studio?
I mean, originally, I was working with my sister for a long time. It's like she really inspired me on the music, just listening and seeing how she worked with it and singing. So it's like I always took that and made it my own, made my own style with it and perfected it.
Okay, so your sister sing?
Yes.
Okay, so it's in the family then, huh?
Yeah.
She the only one?
Nah, she ain't the only one. I got her raised up in the church house. My auntie, she went to church a lot. My grandmother made us go to church a lot. I was in choir, believe it or not, when I was growing up. So it's just in me.
Well, thank God for that. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. My mom is a pastor. Well, she was till she died. Rest in peace, Mom, and my dad. But yeah, I grew up in the church, man. Every Monday, Sunday, Tuesday, Saturday, Wednesday. You damn near every day of that. Sunday,
yeah, for sure.
You got Sunday service, you got Tuesday, you got Wednesday Bible study, you got Saturdays, you got work on the plays. I'm in all of that. So
and
I know
day 12 hours.
Yeah, I know exactly.
We don't got no short-time church, man.
But you need that foundation in your life. You know what I'm saying? Because God is real, and He show up whenever you need Him, man. He gonna show up and show out. Now, He don't give you everything you want, because I've been praying for the lottery for a long time, and he ain't let me hit them numbers yet. But You know what I'm saying? He makes sure I breathe every day, eat every day, and I'm good. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad you got that foundation for sure.
For sure.
For sure. So, coming up in the church then, before we even get into that, I was searching through your page a little bit. I forgot most of the stuff I saw, but I seen something that touched me to my core. I used to have dreads down my back, and somebody convinced me to cut my dreads off. And I've been trying to grow them back ever since, and it ain't been working. So I'm starting over, you know what I'm saying? This will start over. But I used to have dreads down here, and I seen you had dreads. You had some long-ass dreads too, man. Man, who told you to cut your hair, man?
Myself.
Okay.
I mean, I guess it was to cut the view off that people put on us, you know? So I really had to put some positive light on me to show people that with or without the hair, I can still be a positive entity around anybody, you know? So that was the purpose.
Okay. Yeah, that was kind of my purpose. My dad, my mom, everybody was like, you got to get rid of these dreads. My brother, everybody was convincing me. My brother had dreads, he cut his, and once he cut his, he's like, man, you gonna be fresher, life's gonna be life's gonna be good.
It feel like that though.
Yeah, but it don't. I didn't. No, I was missing my dreads. I was sad.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I miss them too. But
you
like,
know what I'm saying.
Once you do cut them, you do get that fresh style. Like you feel a little bit lighter. You feel
look
like
different. Yeah, you feel a little different. Yeah.
I got my grown man on now.
Yeah. Shout out to you, man. It just, you know. It's something, when I see somebody with long dreads that cuts them, it's something big. It's like a life-changing moment almost, you know what I'm saying? Because dreads are such a decision. Like, gee, he cut his, he gonna be sad.
For sure,
you feel me? Because he done took a long time, a lot of work, effort.
Man, we had arguments over who hell longer.
Yeah, who hell longer, right. Me and my brother was like that all the time, too. Going to the shop.
Yeah,
and then,
sure.
you know, all of that. I was in jail getting my dreads twisted, you know what I'm saying? And that's a lot right there, you know what I'm saying? Because, but anyway, we don't want to talk about prison. But yeah, man. So I just was curious about the dreads, man. But what else you got going on, though, man? You got music going on. Anything else you got going on that you really you trying to work on?
Really trying to work on, you know, finding that outlet to build my path. You know, I'm not rushing for it. I've been patient all my life, so why not still wait? You know, just trying to put my foot on their neck with it. You know. Okay.
And what you mean by that?
I mean, just trying to apply the pressure. You know, just show them that. You know, all local artists is somebody, you know, we got to be heard one way or another.
Yeah.
Whether they going to act like they don't hear us, they hear us, they got to hear us.
So where you get the name 7Majis from?
Man, I feel like I got 7 different personalities, man. I could be
What, you a Gemini?
No, man, I'm a Capricorn.
Okay.
I could just be, I could be 7 different people at one time, you know, and I learn to just put it all together and make one person and make me whole, you know. Like
okay, Ultron. Yeah, I like that. That's dope. 7Majis. Okay. And let's say you're working on the album. Let me ask you some general questions that I ask everybody, right?
For sure.
Let me start with this one. So what's your dream scenario for this music? So like if everything work out the way you want it to work out, how does that look?
Man, honestly, it's real simple, bro. It's me taking care of my family, bro. Just, you know, for real, bro. Just taking care of my family and building the cornerstone for my people and just making an effort to keep going and building for generations.
Okay.
That's how it looks to me.
Okay. And what made you step off the porch and say, I'm going to put my music out there? Because being a rapper ain't easy. You know, first thing people tell you, it's 100 of them, it's 1,000,000, it's a rapper on every corner, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of determining factors that'll discourage somebody from doing this, growing up in the church, being looked at like a sin, like all of that stuff got to be going through your head. What made you just jump off the porch and say, you know, I'm going to do it?
I feel like my music, it mean a lot. If you really listen to you, sit back at the well on it, it means a lot. So I feel like I got to let y'all hear what I'm going through. All my music is pain, and all the pain that I went through is inside that music, and it healed me. The more I listen to my music, the more it healed me.
That's dope.
I got to let them hear that.
That's dope. So you just want to share your experiences with the world, man. I feel that. whether you get the criticism or not, man, you just really to do it. That's what's up.
For sure.
How you feel about performing?
I performed a lot of times, man. I ain't gonna say a couple times, a lot of times. And you had me at the Red Sea. You know, I was almost close to winning. I ain't gonna say why. You know, I ain't gonna say why I lost or nothing, but a little favoritism at the Red Sea. Man. But hey,
you gotta bring your crowd to win with you. You know what I'm saying?
They showed me love though, so I can't be mad. You know, shout out to AK, man. You know, he showed me love, bro, so I can't be mad.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is. I feel like I got that outlet. Like I said, that's all I'm looking for.
Yeah, that's practice. You know what I'm saying? The Red Sea is just a platform for you to go and get your work in. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't gonna be a whole bunch of people. It ain't gonna be like A-list celebrities in that. You ain't gonna see Jeezy pop up in that bitch. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But it's an opportunity for you to get your work in. You know what I'm saying? And work on your craft, man. So anytime you get to perform, I tell artists to do it because eventually, you know, that's what's gonna be your meal ticket if you do make it in this industry, right? It ain't gonna be the record deal you sign. It's gonna be the shows that you put on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So if I give you or any other artist some advice, I would say try to get your music out to as many people as you can, and don't just, you know, I would say don't just try to follow the regular road that everybody else takes. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Big Wiz. I don't know if you know who Big Wiz is, but he's a rapper from the Twin Cities, and he kind of blew up. And one thing he said is, I go everywhere with it. So, you know what I'm saying? I try to find out if I could do a show in La Crosse, Wisconsin, or, you know, Bemidji, or somewhere where they really don't get hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? And somebody from the cities, you know what I'm saying, will carry a little bit more weight. You know what I'm saying? If you put down artists from Chicago, artists from Twin Cities, and you go out to these suburbs and these way out places, they'll pump your music, they'll buy your merch if you got merch, you know what I'm saying, if you got a brand, all of that. So I would just say not only just before you drop your first album, getting your music together, also get your branding together. Get you some merch, get you some shirts, a brand logo, something that you can sell to people other than just music, and that's where your money gonna come in, you know what I'm saying? For
sure. I just started a little clothing line, man, called Evil Angel, you know.
Evil Angel?
So I'm working on it.
Okay. Yeah, that's it right there. You know what I'm saying? That's it right there. Have your shit on every time. You should have your shit on right now. Yeah. You feel me?
For sure.
You should. That's branding. That's the biggest part of this game, man. All right, we got 7Majis in the building. It's Double OG Radio. I'm gonna ask them one more question and then we're gonna go back on air. Do you remember your first time in the studio?
I do, bro.
How old were you and what happened?
I think I was around like 14, 15, huh? Oh, yeah, I was like 12, bro. 12? I was like 12.
Okay.
We was just putting something together. We wanted to be famous, man. We just want to make some music, bro. Like, you know, just being a kid, I guess, you know.
So how did it feel when you was in there?
I guess it felt like I was living, you know, a little bit more than I was. You know, I felt like I can express myself the way I needed to.
So your first time in the studio, did you record something?
Yeah.
You did? Okay.
Yeah,
do you still remember what you did?
Yeah.
You do? That's crazy.
That shit under the rug.
That's crazy. Hey.
Use my language. That's under the rug, man.
Okay, yeah. You can cuss now. We about to go on air. You can't. That's crazy because most artists that I ask if they remember their first time in the studio, a real rapper say yeah. And then if I ask them if they remember what they wrote, they can almost remember their very first song. And if you look at any interview from any other famous rapper, they all say the same thing. Like, I remember the first time in the studio, and I remember my first song. So that's dope, man. That just let me know that you got the spirit. 89 KMOJ. We got 7Majis in the building, man. We having fun. Shout out to G-Real, man.
Yo.
Hey, it's Double OG Radio. What's up, Majis?
What's going on, man?
Slow motion in the ocean, man.
Yes, Sersky, I hear that.
Hey, you got a clothing line coming out now, huh?
Yes, Sersky, I do, man.
Okay, what's the name of it?
We got an Evil Angel.
Okay. You know? Where you get that idea from?
Just a thought, man. Just coming up in the works, just trying to figure out what I want to brand. That's something I want to do, you know.
Well, you know your grandmama and them, they ain't gonna like that, man. You grew up in the church. They talk about Evil Angel, baby. You playing with the devil, man.
All right, so the meaning behind that, you know, I guess the people who they think that's evil got real got real good intentions, and the people who try to act like an angel is the people with the most wicked ways.
Okay.
So that's my real purpose behind it. Like, you could be evil, you could be viewed as evil, but be the best person in the world. You could be viewed as an angel and be the worst person in the world.
Ain't that the truth? Yeah, evil angel. Okay, I like that. You got any shout outs, man?
Yeah, man, I got a lot of shout outs, man.
Okay, let's get them in.
I say my first biggest shout out right now is my supporters that's here with me. Number one, wifey, and my little baby brother, man. You know, put me on the platform, put me on to you, man. Shout out to my mama, my pops, you know. Shout out to my sisters. Shout out to my brother, you know. Shout out my boy Vito. Yeah, man, we all the way here. He listening away from Iowa right now, man.
Shout out to everybody in Iowa getting that money.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you ever been to Fort Dodge, Iowa before?
No, ain't trying to go.
You ain't trying to go to Fort Dodge?
I'm cool on anything. I'm cool on anything in Iowa, man.
Okay. Oh, like, I got a lot of money in Fort Dodge, Iowa before. You know what I'm saying?
I was in Davenport. I lived in Davenport for a little while, though. Yeah, you know, when I was a shorty, but hey, man.
Okay. I got a lot of money in Ames, Iowa, too. Shout out to everybody in Iowa, man. It's Double OG Radio, man. We got 7Majis in the building. Man, I got to give a shout out to everybody in the Hennepin County Workhouse, Ramsey Workhouse, Stillwater, wherever you at, man. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Mankato. Shout out to everybody that's locked up, man. Make some noise one time for the one time, but don't get too loud because you know how them police be. They be hating on us, you know what I'm saying? All right, any last shout outs, any other words before we get into this next song?
Just shout out to my people. Oh, yeah, shout out to my little cousin, man. Get well soon, cuz.
Shout out to cousin. He ain't telling nobody name. He just saying type. My brother, my cousin, my girl. Don't nobody know who none of these people
is. We can't get too many names out, man. We can't get too many names out. I just want y'all to notice that
he ain't say, you know who you are. That's what he basically said.
Yeah, man, they know who they is, man.
Let me ask you this question. What was the worst job you ever had?
The worst job I ever had?
Yeah, what's the worst job you ever had?
Man, McDonald's, bro. McDonald's, bro.
Okay, what happened?
Man, it was just the worst, bro. People treat you like you ain't nothing, just like, you know, they just don't show you no love, like you're not a human trying to do the same thing they do is survive.
Yeah.
You know, and I was young. I started off working at 15. Worst job.
Yeah.
Worst job.
The worst job.
Hands down.
Okay. I worked at Burger King. I ain't never worked at McDonald's before. Yeah. But I used to like it, man, because I used to eat through it. I don't know, but I worked in the suburbs, too.
Oh, yeah, see, that's a little better. You ain't had nobody yelling at you like the ice cream machine broke.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They was real patient out there.
For sure.
Yeah, all right. Let me ask you this. If you could make $5 million and sign a record label deal or make $1 million and stay independent, which would you choose?
Man, that's a tough decision, bro. I would say I'll take the 5.
Take the 5 and the deal?
I would.
Yeah.
Only because maybe I'd be more sufficient because I ain't got as much knowledge with what I need to, you know, give it that push.
Yeah, plus the record deal long term would be better.
For sure.
Because you got a bigger audience, you know what I'm saying? And you can make money once you out the deal, still touring and all that shit like every other old artist is, you know what I'm saying? So that's a good answer. I got 3 more questions. First one is, what's more important on the record, an engineer or producer?
I think the engineer.
Okay.
I think the engineer give it that little whoop that you need.
Yeah. The engineer, especially if you got a producer and engineer, like somebody that's in there when you recording and they letting you know, no, do it like this,
Yeah,
do it
for
like
sure.
This, do it over. That's more important. Producer though, you gotta have a tight beat. You know what I'm saying? So it's a tough one. All right, let me ask you this question. I ain't saying you old, but you're not 18 no more. So, what advice would you give yourself if you can go back in time to your 18-year-old self? So, like, let's say you can just jump in the time machine, go back, talk to your 18-year-old self. What piece of advice would you give your 18-year-old self today?
Man, I tell myself, push harder, man, and don't let nobody deter you from your goals, bro. Cause I did that a lot. I let a lot of people knock me off. So I definitely tell myself, hey, bro, push harder and don't let nobody deter you from your goals.
That's a good answer. That's a good answer. All right, now it's time for my top 5. My famous 5 questions. It's not really famous. I just like to call it famous until it becomes famous, right?
For sure.
So it's 5 questions. You living in the Twin Cities a long time, so I can ask you a Twin City version. St. Paul versus Minneapolis. Okay.
Hey, I'm from the Paul, man. It's St. Paul all day, bro.
Okay, that's what's up. East side. I'm east side.
Yeah, I'm from the east side. I live on the west side. University, man. I'm everywhere through the Paul, man. You name it.
Okay. All right. So where would you rather live, St. Paul or Minneapolis?
St. Paul, man.
Easy.
It's gonna be St. Paul, no question.
All right. Yeah, I stay on Payne and Lawson now. I've been on the east side I've been on St. Paul mostly.
I just moved off Forest Lawson.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. I was right down the street, man.
Yeah, literally. Forest Lawson, about 4-5 blocks up.
For sure.
Them mongs over there, man, they keep stealing out my yard. Them mong crackheads is different, man.
For sure. They is different.
All right. So St. Paul versus Minneapolis. Where would you rather eat? Who got your favorite restaurant, St. Paul or Minneapolis?
Man, hands down, St. Paul, bro.
St. Paul?
It's just I'm there all the way, and you know where I'm going to St. Paul.
Where you going to eat?
I'm going to Hooks, man. I'm on Bill. For sure.
Okay. You get some food and some laundry detergent at the same time.
Hey, and cologne, and Febreze.
Incense, everything.
You get everything. You might get a wristwatch if you get the right person.
Yeah, you get everything you need at a 6-piece. You know what I'm saying? Fried hard, okay. And you got to go to Hooks on Deal, though.
Yeah.
To get the slushy, you know what I'm saying? Because all the other ones ain't the same, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Fire and Ice, yeah, you got to go there.
Shrimp po' boys for the take, man. Ain't nobody in the city got that, man.
Yeah,
got that.
And they
don't know
and
what's
they put the
going
right
on.
sauce on the place, too.
Hey, I'll lemon pepper, man, every time. Yeah, I'm going crazy.
Okay, that's a good answer. All right, let me ask you a question. St. Paul versus Minneapolis. Who got the better bars and nightclubs? We're going to split it up. Nightclubs and bars.
We got to say Minneapolis, man. We ain't got nothing in the city, man.
Minneapolis got the nightclubs. Okay, what about the bars?
The bars, you can't go to. I just now could go on the Cherry Pit. They changed it from 21 to 25.
Okay.
So I say it's a couple of bars out in the park, but I mean, shout out to Hoonans back in the day. You know, everybody used to go there. So I rock with Hoonans, man.
Okay. So Minneapolis got nightlife, though.
Yeah, they got the nightlife, man. I can't even hold you.
All right, let me ask you this. St. Paul versus Minneapolis. Who got the better drivers?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm sorry, Minneapolis. Y'all got y'all license from the bikini bottom. Y'all got y'all shit from bikini bottom, bro, for sure. I was down there driving with SpongeBob. Man, these people don't know how to drive.
Hey, especially on Broadway, fam.
My girl, no, hey, I'm following you, tailgating me. I'm following you all the way to your exit. Come on, bro, y'all. They not right out here now, man.
They be speeding. They don't give a fuck about no stop signs.
No,
I promise you,
sir.
Drive down Broadway to 94, you gonna see a nigga run the stop sign.
Oh no, for sure.
Especially at this gas station right here.
I don't even play with these people.
Yeah, okay.
I don't even play with these people over here, man.
Now, I don't know if you indulge or not. Last question, I don't know if you indulge or not, but who got the better smoke, St. Paul or Minneapolis?
Man, I'm from the Paul, man. I don't even smoke no more, but it's the Paul, man, because it's all gas. Yeah, we got the right, we got the right prices, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Running over here, we ain't got to worry about too much over there, you know.
You one of the first people that got all the answers right. You know what I'm saying? St. Paul all day. I grew up in Frogtown, Dale and University. I grew up on
my area, man.
Aurora and St. Albans. That was my crib.
Yeah, from the east side. East side.
And I live on Payne. I lived on Bush. I lived on McLean. I lived all up and down Earl.
Yeah, we was on Case and Hazelwood for a long time.
Shout out to H Block.
Yeah, we was over there by Sam's Dairy, man.
Yeah.
My auntie used to live behind Sam's Dairy.
Oh yeah, you was on the Asia. I stayed in the projects. I stayed right across the street in them projects, man. Roosevelt.
Yes, sir.
Roosevelt
yes, sir.
Yeah, I stayed over there in the Roosevelts, man. Shout out to the H Block, man. Shout out to all the homies I lost over there, man. Shout out to Booby Blood, too, man. What's up, Booby?
Hey, that's my brother twin.
Shout out to T. Yeah.
That's bro twin for sure.
Yeah, shout out to T. All right. Let's see. That was it, man. That was it. Oh, one last question, then we out the door.
All right, for sure.
When it comes to the streets, would you rather be loved or feared?
I'd rather be loved, bro. That's a question I answer with no hesitation, bro. I don't want no man to feel me because I don't feel no man. I feel like you could go a lot of more places, loved than feared.
Yeah.
Because out of fear, that snake gonna strike. Out of love, you gonna have a lot of people strike for you.
Yeah, that's a good answer. All right, this is 7Majis. This is Double OG Radio, man. I appreciate you coming out tonight.
Yes, Sersky, I appreciate you too, man.
Tally ride.
John Dummy made the beat and I'm gon' kill it.
I got years in this shit.
Tally ride, you always stay lit.